Tune in Wednesdays at 3:30, 7:30, and 10:30 for Where We Live, presented by Lloyd Ganton Retirement Centers.
Welcome to the morning show. Good morning, Andy.
How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good.
Good. Well, with Friday almost here, it's must be another snowstorm.
Yeah, I've been looking into this a little bit, and I'm not happy. But the weather's going to be into the 40s today, right? Mm-hmm. Before or after
tonight,
the snow?
We have a winter weather advisory in effect from 7 p.m. Thursday to 11 a.m. Friday. 4 to 6 inches expected. We're in the dark blue with most of the lower peninsula. A little to the west, a little bit snow, a little bit more. Interesting how a little bit of Hillsdale County might get more snow.
I don't see 50 degrees in the forecast until St. Patrick's Day.
Nope. Winter is still with us. 33 degrees right now and a wind chill of 27 degrees. A busy day in the legislature.
I heard there was a gun bill passed.
They've been passing them left and right, and they were meeting late into the night. And one of the gun bills, they passed, the Democrats in the House passed legislation that would require background checks for all gun purchases, not just pistols. They also began work on repealing Mike Shirkey's right to work law. He'll be mad. And they passed legislation to protect gay and transgender residents now in part of state law.
There are some, so there are certain folks grandfathered in. You don't have to go re-register some rifles and things like that as well. But yeah, it's interesting.
Yes.
Good thing.
At the same time, Republicans are introducing gun bills too, and one legislator introduced a bill that you don't have to register any gun. No one has to be registered or no background check or nothing, and they want to allow people to carry guns into places that are typically prevented.
Like a sports venue?
Sports venues, schools, hospitals, private businesses. The bill states that if you ban guns at your place, you have to install either metal detectors at all entrances or hire a full-time security guard.
What?
Yes.
That seems like a lot of things that you just said. Speaking of guns, the 6-year-old in Virginia will not be charged. The prosecutors have found him too young to stand trial, obviously, and he would not understand what is happening. They are looking for maybe other ways to prosecute. But
maybe the parents?
Well, I guess the gun was locked up. So, I mean, what do you do?
Clever kid.
I guess speaking of guns again, Shawn Kemp. You know, he was my idol at one point. I don't know if you remember. He used to take me down to K&P Coin and Collectibles. We'd run into Brandon.
Yeah.
He would be reaching for the Shawn Respert card, and I'd be reaching for the Shawn Kemp card. And he was arrested in a drive-by afternoon shooting yesterday, a 2 p.m. afternoon shooting in Tacoma.
He drove by, shot someone?
That's what they said.
Wow.
That's what they said. Shawn.
He looks nervous. He looks like he might be...
He's just had a kind of an interesting life. I mean, from Elkhart, Indiana, was just an unbelievable freak talent with the Supersonics, and then had a lot of personal troubles, drug problems, and family struggles. But yeah, he's only 53 years old, but he was. Brandon, how many years do you think he played in the league?
I'm going to say 10.
14.
14, really?
Yes. Yeah. Amazing, right? He was so good that everyone wanted to still give him a chance to see if he could return. But that's our Sean Kemp news for today.
On the police blotter this morning, police officers for the city of Jackson held a moment of silence this morning at the Bono Bridge at midnight in honor of Officer James Bono, who died in the line of duty on March 9th in 2010. So
It's amazing that that was that long ago. We'll never forget that here in Jackson. That was just a tragic day.
yes, thanks to police officers for with the Jackson Police Department for honoring Officer James Bono. And I'm glad we have a couple of permanent reminders of Officer Bono in Jackson. The post office building is named in his honor, along with the new bridge,
Yes, West Avenue Bridge.
West Avenue Bridge.
I brought these in, the Peeps.
Oh, I wonder
Yeah,
what that
I know.
was.
So I don't know if you can still get these. Now, I left them in the garage so they would remain cold. I don't want to damage.
cold?
Yeah, I don't want to damage the casing because it could be worth some money. Okay, so let's try them. Brandon, you're gonna try one, right? Did you give one up for Lent? Okay, here's a yellow.
Okay, are they cold? Oh, they are cold.
They are cold. Well, let's see. Let's see if there's different colors now. Okay, here's a
Are
yellow.
they all they're all the same.
No,
okay.
I think there's pink and blue.
Do they have different flavors?
So far, I only see the yellow colored ones.
Artificial marshmallow flavor, it says. on
Maybe
the
they're all
can.
yellow. Okay, they're all yellow.
Wow, that's, I think, the worst thing I've ever tasted.
You should smell this, Brandon. Take one. Come on, help yourself. Come on.
Yeah, they're really awful.
Oh my God, they're terrible.
They are.
They're terrible.
they're not. Yeah.
They're absolutely terrible.
It's like the Pepsi people accidentally put in 8 times the normal amount of sugar into the can. It's
It's
amazing.
really sweet Pepsi.
Includes 26 grams of added sugars.
But if you don't like Pepsi to begin with, you will not like Pepsi Peeps.
No, this is terrible. This is for kids.
The biggest mistake they made,
Guys,
they should.
All right, give them.
Let me give them all to them.
Okay, make sure they
Give
say
away.
please and thank you.
Okay.
Okay.
I will.
They should have-
Yeah, no, I don't want that one anymore.
They should have named them Peepsy.
Want it?
No, I want this.
Okay.
Let me wash this down.
We have
Cotton candy?
maybe a little.
Yeah.
Yeah. Birthday cake ice cream. Today, we've got a big weekend coming up. We have the Ambassador Auction Friday night from 5 to 7. You can still go, get tickets. Visit the Ambassador Auction, JPS Ambassador Auction Facebook page, or go to jhsambassador23.givesmart.com.
What will I win at that, do you think?
Monica Pierce's pound cakes.
I might buy one of those.
They're legendary.
I always try and win a raffle basket, and I never do. But I am very good at the silent auction bidding. So,
Good luck tomorrow.
yeah, I'm looking very much forward to this. And we've got a full table attending. Should be great.
Yeah.
Should be great.
Also Friday night is the Chocolate Sensation. It's being held at the Weatherwax Hall downtown. And you can still get tickets for that. Visit dahlumcenter.org and be part of that fun event. If you like chocolate, you'll love the Chocolate Sensation.
Have you ever had your heart broken on live TV?
Are you going to do it right now?
I am. Jimmy Nance.
Jim Nance.
Jim Nance.
Jim Nance, the legend of CBS Sports? What?
Set to call his last Final Four.
No.
Yes.
No.
I read it in an article.
I don't believe it.
I knew you wouldn't believe it, but
I don't believe it. He just signed a contract that extends
Okay.
to...
All right. I'm telling you, I read it in the news. It's legit.
Well, CBS still has the rights.
Are you sure they still have the
I'm
rights?
pretty sure they've gone
Okay.
to like 2026. And he signed a contract last year, so he would stay as the voice of the Masters through his 80th birthday.
And I was telling Brandon that he is planning to call the Masters. It says it says this will be his last Final Four.
I'll believe
So-
it when I see it.
I hope it's not. I hope it's not. He'll be with Grant Hill, Who else is new this year? Oh, Stan Van Gundy will be new to the program this year. He will be, I think, in studio, and for some reason they keep re-signing
Vern Lundquist?
No, I would love Vern. Seth Davis.
Oh, yeah.
Get out of here, man. Is that like his thing?
I
What?
thought Coach K would be a part of this.
job.
No Coach K?
Yeah, I know it's Seth Davis's job. He's just poor at it. Very, very poor at it. He's like, a lot of people watch that don't follow college basketball, and Seth Davis is for you. He'll dumb it down really nice for you and tell you exactly who's going to win. And he's wrong every single time. Arrogant too.
Well, I
You
guess
don't like him,
Who?
Seth Davis.
No, I don't. No. Ice. We've had very little ice in Michigan this winter. It's been the winter without ice. And in Colorado, firefighters came to the rescue of an elk that the authorities said ignored warnings.
Jeez.
Apparently, they want elks to read signs that say don't go on the ice, but the police say the elk ignored warnings and fell through the ice on a frozen pond. They got him out, though.
Credit to the folks that rescue animals from trapped fences and frozen ponds, because that looks very scary.
The Facebook
Look at that equipment,
post,
though, that
That's a lot.
gentleman is wearing. He looks ready to rescue an elk.
Another elk ignored warnings and fell through the ice on a pond. How did they? I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe elk can read. Did you see Mitch McConnell fell?
He was in a hotel. I wonder what he was doing in the hotel.
Well, I mean, he tripped.
Yeah.
But if it's, I hope he has children that will remind him to be careful every time he takes a step. So, yeah, he's in the hospital.
I hope he's okay.
Yeah, I have folks that take a spill once in a while, so I understand what that's like.
Several people in this building.
Several people in this building have taken a fall.
Here's something kind of dumb. WWE met with Michigan gambling regulators yesterday, and they want people in Michigan to be able to bet on WWE.
Really?
What's wrong with that? The WWE is scripted.
What?
The people participating in the fights know who's going to win. It's all a script. How can you bet on something scripted?
That's not necessarily true.
Yeah, it is.
I think they decide during the match.
I don't.
Really?
They know. They know. They know who's supposed to win.
Well, something that is not fixed is the Big Ten tournament, and that starts today, which means it's on in the office. Michigan with the Thursday game today. They need to win a couple games if they want to even get a chance to play in the NCAA tournament. It's not looking good. It's looking more like the National Invitational Tournament, the NIT. But I do like that, the NIT sometimes, because
It used to be really big.
it did, yeah. Michigan won that in 1997, Brandon, with Robert Tractor Trailer. But I do like that because the teams get to play home games. So maybe we'll get to go watch another game.
Looking forward to it. The other sports celebrity that I think you're a big fan of, Tiger Woods, his girlfriend, she broke up with him, and she wants to nullify the non-disclosure agreement that she signed.
That's
Uh-oh.
too bad.
Uh-oh.
You signed it. Look, if you wanted to get into that cash, you signed the thing, and you got to keep it that way.
That's Tiger with his girlfriend and the daughter.
X.
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 Yes. Although they aren't confirming
What
their
would be in
exes.
that non-disclosure, I wonder? Wouldn't we like to know?
We might find out soon.
Well, I don't think we should find out because if she signed the non-disclosure, that's the end of the story there for me.
I think the fact that you have a non-disclosure says that there's stuff.
When you have that much money and wealth, I think you have to sign a non-disclosure.
We got to talk about the game of the year last
Oh my
night.
God. Let's talk about it because you were there.
And you were too.
Well, I was there for the overtimes. Should I get right to it?
4 overtimes.
Let's do it. Our Extreme Dodge Scoreboard brought to you by our good friends over at Extreme. In the game Bart was talking about, the D3 semifinal at Lumen Christi. Hanover Horton outlasted Concord 73-69 in 4 overtimes. Logan Blackledge scored 37 points to lead the Comets to a tough 4 overtime win. Caden Henry scored 16 points and pulled down 15 boards. Luke Soper added 10 for Hanover. Mackay Wingfield had 27 and 16 boards for Concord. Anthony Evans had 23. And that game was crazy because Concord was running out of players. They had 4 of their 5 starters foul out, I believe, in the first or second overtime. And then they were going deep into the bench. I mean, they were pulling in kids that hadn't played varsity yet. There was someone in that third overtime that made a 3 that had not played a varsity game all year.
Wow.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And
kids with cramps, they were barely, couldn't even make it down the...
It was unbelievable. And the place was going absolutely berserk. The second game did not live up to the hype of the first game. And I think a lot of people were expecting that we'd get another overtime buzzer beater, but Lumen Christi just could not find the offense, and Jonesville did just enough. 51-36. Jonesville will play Hanover Friday at 7 at Lumen Christi. Titans finished with a 14-10 record. I know that's not how they wanted to finish, but things are looking good over there. Michigan Center, they won a close one. McCabe hit a 3 with less than 10 seconds left to put them up 3, and then Napoleon blew out Grass Lape. And Michigan Center and Napoleon will play Friday at 7. Clinton and Columbia Central will match up in the D3 district at Hudson.
Get there early.
Yeah, get there early. Tonight, if you're looking for local basketball, all of our local girls are done, but Blissfield will play Arbor Prep at Concord High School, and that should be an entertaining game.
I wonder if the Blissfield superintendent will be allowed in the building.
I wonder if he'll get kicked out again. Hey, I don't know. Just stating the facts, right? So yeah, that's our scoreboard.
Today's show being brought to you by The Dirty Bird. Chicken, flatbreads, sandwiches, salads, quesadillas, mac and cheese, appetizers, 40 brews on tap, including Grand River 313 Polish Lager and many more Michigan beers like Stouts, Founders, Bells, and more. The Dirty Bird, right downtown, just a few doors from JTV.
Today's show is also brought to you by Vermeulen's Home Furnishings. They are in their 3rd generation and are in their 97th year in business. Thank you to Vermeulen's for helping us bring you today's show.
Who is on today's show?
Today we've got a wonderful show. We're going to get things started with Matthew Budd right after this break.
The PIC Center is an independent practice that has provided care to the Jackson area for over 25 years. Doctors O'Neill and Cack supervise antibiotic infusions, as well as those for many other conditions, such as inflammatory bowel, joint, and lung disease, anemia, and multiple sclerosis. Our modern facility is open 7 days a week, and the infusion staff will make you feel right at home. Let your doctor know you have a choice where you receive your next infusion. Remember, when you've picked us, you've picked the best.
At Jackson Public Schools, our mission is to bring the community together and create a culture of academic excellence and workforce readiness. Our 7 elementary schools give your children the opportunity to grow within different learning environments. Every building newly renovated with 21st century furniture and technology. You can choose a more traditional elementary school environment or explore special options like Montessori, a balanced calendar, or virtual through SCMV. Explore it all at jpsk12.org. Jackson Public Schools, where community comes together.
The Enchanted Forest Bar and Grill has something for everyone. They offer a large menu with a variety of meals to choose from, including many Middle Eastern options, along with the everyday favorites. Enjoy live music and dancing, pool table, huge bar and large banquet hall, perfect for your next gathering, wedding reception, graduation party, and more. And don't miss Sunday brunch, 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. Experience a great night out at the Enchanted Forest Bar and Grill, located at 3705 Ann Arbor Road in Jackson.
Within the folds of your life, you find the passion and drive to keep pushing forward. Growth comes from continually moving ahead in every stage of life. Count on County National Bank to help with seamless financial solutions. We can act quickly and accommodate your needs, whatever life brings your way. Our local bankers understand our community and your goals.
Let's work together.
Learn more about our personalized banking services at cnbb.bank. Member FDIC.
Today's show is brought to you by Total Landscape Inc. For over 26 years, Total Landscaping has offered residential and commercial landscape services at fair and reasonable prices. Free estimates and fully insured. Call them today, 517-764-3626, totallandscaping.com.
Joining us now is Jackson County Health Department Deputy Health Officer Matthew Budd. Good morning, Matt.
Good morning. Thanks
Morning,
for having
Deputy.
me. Thanks, morning.
Want some Pepsi?
No, I said good morning, Deputy.
Oh, Deputy.
No, I'm okay without the Pepsi.
Yeah, this
morning.
is something that I wouldn't recommend.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's bad for
We
your
have
health.
National Nutrition Month actually coming next week, so we can talk a little bit more about that.
Yeah, these are not for, I mean, these are dangerous.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, and it's really the foods that have a lot of sugar tend to be the cheapest.
Why is that?
The cheapest, yeah. But here today, I wanted to talk a little bit about World TB Day.
What is TB?
So thank you very much. TB is tuberculosis.
Tuberculosis.
So something we don't talk about too much here in the U.S. very much.
Yeah.
But it's still a very common problem worldwide. It's actually the leading infectious disease killer worldwide, except for COVID these last couple of years, killing about 1.5 million people a year.
No
That's
kidding.
amazing. So everyone's heard tuberculosis. What is it?
So tuberculosis is caused by a bacteria. The bacteria was found in the late 1800s and on March 24th, which is why we commemorate that day. The bacteria is commonly associated with respiratory disease, so infection in the lungs, people get it and it causes cough, bloody cough, fever, night sweats, unexplained weight loss, and it is very contagious, airborne disease, so you just being in the same room as somebody else, talking with somebody else, can spread the disease onto others.
It was a big problem a long time ago because, well, the American Lung Association used to be known as the American Tuberculosis and Respiratory Disease Association because it was the primary lung disease that people could contract. Now, I've seen in a couple of places the question, your health questions when you go like to a checkup doctor, they ask about tuberculosis. I don't remember ever seeing that before. It's coming back?
It's very common, and one of the places that we find and screen for tuberculosis is people going into healthcare places or people working in congregate care settings. So usually if you're going and working at a long-term care, at a hospital, at a prison or a jail, you'll get screened for tuberculosis. It's a little skin test. They put a little bit of a test under the skin and they come back 2 to 3 days later and you take a read, and if you've been exposed to the bacteria, you might test positive and we'll do further investigation. But really those close quarters, long-term cares, homeless shelters, prisons are places where tuberculosis can spread very easily.
Is there a treatment? I haven't seen a tuberculosis aisle at the pharmacy.
Right, and we don't have the iron lungs anymore.
Right.
And they think back, several decades, but there are a couple different treatment options. And for tuberculosis, it's a very interesting bacteria because you can have latent infection, which means you have the bacteria, but aren't actively sick, and you can't actively spread it to people. So for those who have latent infections, which is about 4% of the US population, 13 million people here in the United States, only about 10% of them will get active disease in their lifetime. So you can treat latent infection. It's a course of different medications over 3 to 5 months, 3 to 6 or 9 months, depending on the treatment track you go. But if you're actively sick, treatment can take up to a year.
Wow. I understand brought a video of tuberculosis.
Yeah, I thought it was really helpful.
Let's take a look.
So after it was confirmed that I had latent TB, but not active TB, that I was not sick, I was not really sure what that meant, whether I needed treatment, if I did need treatment, what that would entail. I had a lot of questions. So luckily, My doctor was great and spent a lot of time with me answering all those questions. She explained to me that the difference between latent and active TB was that essentially I had this bacteria in my body but was not sick, I was not contagious, I was not putting anyone else at risk. However, that meant that I could in the future develop active TB and be sick and be putting other people at risks. A couple different treatment options were presented to me. One was a more traditional 9-month treatment option, but the other was a newer option that was only 3 months. And while my doctor presented the pros and cons of both, she definitely recommended the 3-month option. I'm really glad that I decided to take preventative therapy for my latent TB. Even though there were side effects and it was 3 months of treatment, at the end of the day, now when I'm sick, I'm not worried that I have TB, and I know that it was handled and taken care of, and I have a lot more peace of mind. I would love people to have more awareness about TB and how easy latent TB could be treated, so that maybe people would get tested more, and we would have less issues with people having active TB and being sick and contagious.
That's interesting. Is it a uniquely United States problem, or is it global?
So tuberculosis is very much a global problem.
Okay.
So really we look at parts of Asia, South Africa, Eastern Europe and South America. There's some hot spots there. And really with the war in Ukraine, we're seeing a huge rise in tuberculosis cases there. And really we see it a lot when there's war, when there's conflict, when there's great migrations of people, because there's less treatment options. If it's a 3 or 9 or 12-month treatment option, you don't have those treatments. You have to start from scratch, and then there's more spread.
Is it easily communicable?
It is. So it's easily communicable because of those family connections and those friend connections. Generally, a short interaction with somebody with active tuberculosis, you're not going to be at a tremendous amount of risk. But if you have multiple contacts, if you have prolonged contacts, and you're breathing close to one another and talking with one another, much like COVID we've seen the last few years, airborne diseases, you can catch them, and you might not notice until after that.
Are there symptoms, like besides your skin test? Are there some things that someone should be watching out for?
Absolutely. So if you've been around somebody who's been sick for 2+ weeks and that cough just won't go away, that could be a sign.
You have tuberculosis right now? Because if you do, we had a problem.
But those are some of the big things we see right away. And then longer on, if somebody continues to be sick, they have that unexplained weight loss, or they're complaining of night sweats, or if they're coughing up blood, those are true signs that they should really be tested for tuberculosis.
If you're coughing up blood, it's time to check in.
Go see somebody.
For sure.
Yeah, you can't fix that at home. No, hire a professional. And is there a point where you've ignored the warning signs for too long that it could be a fatal illness?
Yeah, so untreated tuberculosis has a mortality rate of over 50%.
Wow.
So, but I like to think we're pretty good. Public health in the U.S., we don't see too many tuberculosis cases. We see, less than 10,000 active cases in the U.S. per year. And that's because there's a lot of surveillance and screening. So here in Jackson, if we know of a tuberculosis case, we do rapid contact tracing. We find out who they've been around since they've been sick, and we get them in for screening and treatment and help them monitor for symptoms too.
That's awesome.
We have about 1 to 2 cases of active tuberculosis a year in Jackson.
Wow. Do we have any right now?
We usually have about 1 to 2 cases.
Okay.
A lot of behind the scenes happening at the health department.
Yeah, thanks for everything that you guys do to keep us healthy and educated about our health. Yeah. And that's an ongoing mission of the health department. It's always something. So we've still got COVID, and I understand that there's still people in the hospital with COVID.
Yeah, less than what we've had, the last couple of years, and I'm incredibly thankful for that. Things are looking up. They say as a combination of the vaccine and the boosters, and of people, of course, being sick multiple times. Now we're building up more resistance to the new strains that are coming. There still are hundreds of people dying each day in the United States, so it's not gone completely, but I'm optimistic that some of those worst surges that we've had to prepare for are hopefully behind us.
This weekend is the 3rd anniversary of the pandemic in the United States.
That's crazy. It feels like the 10th anniversary.
Wow. Still still impacting.
Yeah, still being talked about, still impacting people. Certain areas of life more so than others, for sure.
Is flu season over?
You know, flu season's not. Flu season in Michigan can go as far as May or sometimes even June, but we probably have seen the peak. I recommend getting the flu vaccine still if you haven't, and actually we know the last few years flu vaccine uptake in Michigan has been lower than what it has been in previous years, and in December we had a very high peak of flu, worse than the last 4 or 5 years, and part of that was we didn't have many people vaccinated in our community.
Matthew, thanks as always for joining us and educating us and our audience.
I'm always happy to be here.
Matthew Budd, Deputy Health Officer, Jackson County Health Department. More of the morning show right after this quick break.
Dinosaur Safari, an immersive exhibit for children and families, is now open at Ella Sharp Museum. The nearly 2,500 square foot exhibit features 7 animatronic dinosaurs, as well as hands-on stations that help children imagine themselves as paleontologists. The incredible world of Dinosaur Safari features colorful and lifelike dinosaurs, including Triceratops and T-Rex. Some even move and roar. And one is climbable. Children can play dress up in a safari tent, pretend to drive a safari jeep, and visit 2 dig stations. The exhibit is produced by Omaha Children's Museum, open during museum hours. Visit ellasharp.org.
Asthma Allergy Centers can help you breathe freely. Since 1980, our board-certified specialists have provided testing and treatment for a wide variety of asthma and allergy-related conditions, including immunodeficiencies and skin problems. No referrals are necessary, and we accept any insurance or no insurance. You can even use our mobile app to check in and pay. Come see us at our Jackson office or one of our multiple offices in Southwest Michigan.
Cheers from Nevermore Decor Store. We can't help this weather, but we can help you in curating that perfect space in your home. Whether you're looking for a cozy cuddle spot or need to finish your living room, dining room, or bedroom, we can design your space for you.
Stop in or call us at 517-867-0599.
At Nevermore Decor, we want to make sure your space is something you want to come home to. Let us make your house a home. Stop in and experience Nevermore Decor Store in downtown Jackson.
Center for Family Health is proud to announce that all 4 of our school health center locations have reopened and are accepting new patients. We recognize the importance of making sure kids have access to medical and mental health care. When their basic needs are met, kids are better prepared to focus on learning and be present in school. Families thrive when everyone has access to quality health care, so patients of all ages are welcome. Parkside, Northeast, Jackson High, and Northwest Health Centers provide primary medical care and mental health services in convenient locations throughout the community. Call us today to make your appointment or for more information. Center for Family Health, opening the door to health care for all. Are you struggling with your mental health? We can help at Michigan Psychological Care, located in Jackson, Michigan. We are here to help strengthen your relationships, your interpersonal connections, and help you find yourself. With options of individual therapy, family and couples, group counseling, psychological evaluations, we are here to help with all your mental health needs. Contact us today to live the life you've always dreamed.
Coming up, the 60th anniversary of the Jackson Blazer News. This newspaper has been serving this community for 60 years, and you're invited to join the community in commemorating the Wade family and the Blazers' contributions to the community over these past 60 years. It's an event at Jackson College next Saturday, 5 p.m. Get your tickets, and a lot of surprises, including Babby Mason, Larry Sumner Jr., and more.
The social district that we've been talking about for the last couple of years is finally going to be open and active on St. Patrick's Day, as that's when it kicks off. So how does it work? You visit one of the participating restaurants or bars in the social district. They'll give you a cup, put a little sticker on it, and then you can kind of walk amongst the other restaurants. It's like Vegas without the glass. So enjoy the social district, new downtown Jackson.
Our next guest is the newly named athletic director for Jackson Public Schools, Greg Marsh. Hi, Greg.
Hi. How are you guys doing? Good morning.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
I think a lot of people were expecting this was going to be the natural transition for JPS because you've had a long history with the district.
I have. I've been around. I started in education over 30 years ago, and done teaching and coaching, and had my fingers in many things. Returned to Jackson Public Schools as a teacher in 2000. So, last 23 years, I've been in the district at Parkside. Very familiar with all of the district. So.
Now this is what an exciting time. In my opinion, the best facilities in the state, which is it's a monster. Really, you have these facilities that are going to be able to not only host your athletes but host other community events.
Right.
So there's just a lot going on over on campus.
Yeah, it really is a good time with that. Not only with the facilities, but the availability that they have for for all the community events that we do. Even our existing facilities like Parkside, just people come into that field house and just are in awe, especially middle school kids from out of town. They come in and they think they're in an arena.
Yeah.
It's a great venue for wrestling. It's one of the best around this, given that size. But then with the new Glick Athletic Complex, Al Glick Athletic Complex is just an amazing building. It is. I was in there yesterday after school, and the number of students in there working out and working with our strength and conditioning coaches, it was just, puts a smile on your face.
Yeah.
This is a fantastic thing for us to have.
Yeah, isn't it amazing how times change in high school athletics? You just mentioned you guys have strength and conditioning coaches, which is starting to become more and more popular in high school. And if you want to have top level athletic programs, you really need to invest.
Right, that is the goal. But also, we have those strength and conditioning coaches who are available for our students who are not in athletic programs.
That's awesome.
Anybody that's there. So that's a nice, really is a amazing thing to have.
And you'll be taking over for Jack Fairley, who retires this spring after 37 years, I think, with the district.
Yeah.
Are there some things you're going to change once Jack's out of the building?
I don't have my eye on making any big changes, no. But he is around in this transitioning period. He's, of course, I've worked with and known Jack since I came to Parkside 23 years ago. So,
yeah, Jack's been a great friend to us and JTV over the years. Done a wonderful job. How do you manage all of these athletics and all of these programs?
Well, there's a lot of organization, a lot of planning, but of course, you cannot plan for everything.
Right.
Especially, we've seen what weather can do. But we also, it helps to have very, very strong and experienced coaches in place, and have them essentially organizing their sport.
Yeah.
But that makes it a lot easier.
You've, over the years, been a coach, golf, baseball, softball.
Softball way back, yeah.
Yeah. Are you going to get back into coaching at all?
Well, not at this point. There will be no time for coaching.
Right, there's no time.
Really. I retired from coaching when I took the athletic director job at Parkside because that was a full-time after-school job. And but I have volunteered. We have a Parkside Club baseball team that I've had my fingers in since it was organized when my son was at Parkside.
Yeah.
That was really, I enjoy that because in the summertime I was able to coach baseball with Parkside kids. I'm not sure I'm going to have time to do that, but I am definitely have parent interest and we want to keep that going. But as far as coaching, other than golf tips to whoever I'm playing golf with on any given day, that's about as far as I'm going to go with that.
Were you an athlete in school?
I participated in athletics. Yes, I played football and basketball and baseball. My family moved to Jackson in 1979, so that's when I went into Parkside as a junior. Stopped playing basketball at that time, but I did play on the football team and the baseball team.
Yeah. What are you most excited about with this new role?
Good question. There are so many things to be excited about. We already talked about the facilities. Of course, that's that's something to be excited about. But just knowing that the work that Jack Fairley's done and the momentum that we have, and with those facilities, really the next step that I'm excited about is the potential to grow our programs, to bring some participation levels back, also to develop, with our strength and conditioning coaches and our facilities, to up our programs a little bit more, to build those and have more success at the varsity level.
Yeah, Jack, I just saw him the other day. He was at
Lumen. No, where did I see Jack?
He was at the girls basketball game.
Yes.
I was at last week.
Yeah.
He looks more relaxed.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you think about it, the growth and building these facilities and managing all of these sports. It is it's such a big job, and of course we haven't mentioned any of the X factors, like the kids and the parents. Right? There's a lot there too.
Yeah.
So, what's your favorite? What's your favorite high school sport to watch?
Oh, I don't know if that's a fair question.
It's probably
because
not.
I really do. I'll go this way. As the athletic director at Parkside, I was exposed to different sports that I didn't necessarily have any involvement in before. Specifically, I think about wrestling. Yeah. We're just finishing up the winter sports season. Last weekend we had our wrestlers. We sent 4 high school wrestlers to the state championship. 3 of the 4 came back as all-state. That's really exciting. But to watch, I would drop in on a wrestling practice. And I was not a wrestler. Like I said, I played basketball. And I was just amazed at the work that the coach was doing, the techniques that were involved. I mean, I thought it was just like, wrestling with your brother or something, and it just isn't like that at all. So I spend a lot of time watching wrestling. I really have grown to like watching wrestling.
Yeah. What's your favorite high school sport to watch?
Basketball.
I think the answer is, for me, whatever's happening right now.
Yeah, it just depends.
Right.
I mean, I think if a team has a great athlete, it's worth going and watching just that athlete. If it's a great team, it's fun. And then playoff anything in high school is awesome.
Right. It doesn't matter what the sport is, with the crowd and the people there, whatever the excitement is, it's gonna make you feel good, right? We were at the Lumen Christi Jackson High basketball game, and then we on Monday we were up in Holt. I went up to Holt to watch the first game of the districts, but in the energy and the good games, both of those were.
Yeah, it's a job where you have to be in a lot of places at the same time. I think it's I always say this about a lot of jobs in schools, but I think athletic director is one of the most demanding in terms of hours and scheduling and all the juggling you got to do.
Sure, it can be, but I know at Parkside and at Jackson High, we've developed a good support of people who are willing to work and to manage contests and things like that. So makes it a lot easier.
People are still believing the hype, and that's obvious.
Good.
Well, good luck and congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Yeah,
Looking forward to it.
The new Jackson Public Schools Athletic Director, Greg Marsh. We will be previewing one of the area's famous fish dinners coming up. Stay tuned.
The Potter Center at Jackson College welcomes award-winning country supergroup Lone Star, Sunday, March 19th. Be amazed by their chart-topping hits. Tickets are on sale now at the Potter Center box office or online at jccmi.edu/Potter Center. Lone Star, Sunday, March 19th.
You need a plumber? From leak repairs to new construction. Grimes Plumbing Company, licensed and insured, proudly serves the Jackson area with fast, reliable service. No hot water? Drains clogged? Call Grimes Plumbing today, proudly serving Jackson County.
If you're looking for a high-quality, affordable alternative to the emergency room, then come to IEP Urgent Care's new location in Jackson. It's the same great ER physicians who have been providing care through our local hospitals since 2008, but now with a new location to serve you better. Our ER-trained providers believe high-quality care is for everyone, so we work with all insurances, including Medicaid and Medicare. Come see us on East Michigan Ave.
Our new Express Oil Changes and More building has been a huge success. Not only do we have the best oil change prices, we top off fluids and do a 33-point inspection. All while you enjoy fresh-baked cookies, coffee, and popcorn in our new lounge. This month is our Jeep Freedom Day sales event with special pricing on all new Jeeps. Stop out to Extreme Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Jackson, just off I-94 exit 141, or online at extremedodge.com.
Oh yeah. If I could be you, and you could be me for just 1 hour. If we could find a way to get inside each other's minds. Walk a mile in my shoes. Walk a mile in my shoes. Well, before you abuse, criticize, and accuse. Walk a mile in my shoes.
The 13th annual Southern Michigan Winter Beer Fest is happening this Saturday right here at the American One Event Center at Keeley Park. You can buy tickets online. The VIP is sold out. However, there are still regular tickets available. There'll be over 140 beers and spirits and wines and food trucks. Check it out. All happening this Saturday.
Joining us now from St. Mary's Star of the Sea Catholic Parish, the pastor, Father Tim Nelson, and Laura Siciliano. Welcome.
Thank you.
Morning, Bart.
Good morning.
Nice to see you. It's Lent.
It is Lent. You know, one thing folks give up for Lent is soda. Did you know that? A lot of people give
Really?
up soda.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I guess, you know.
Yeah.
If you,
I wanted you to try this. Would you try it?
Sure.
Okay, so it's a peat flavored Pepsi. We've been trying this all day, Father Tim, and I want your thoughts on it.
Okay.
I think the kids would love it, but
I promise
would
to
you like to try
tell
one
the
as
truth.
well?
Sure. Yeah.
Yes. Brandon, could we get another peep can over there? Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, it almost has a creamy texture to it.
Cotton candy.
Candy.
Marshmallow.
We're going to get Laura one of these to try. Now, with these, I don't know if these would go with the fish. I really don't.
Well, we do, our sixth graders from St. Mary's do sell pop during the fish fry
Okay.
they raise money.
Perfect.
So,
Perfect.
yeah, they
Awesome.
potentially could.
Yeah, so we bought one of the last remaining cases of the peat flavored Pepsi, and it's getting mixed reviews.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. What do you think?
Yeah, I would agree with Father. It's kind of creamy.
Did you know that Laura was in the restaurant biz?
I just found that out, and after we're done, I'm going to encourage you to open another restaurant.
We have been encouraged many times. When the restaurant closed, we had a lot of people that, it was sad that it closed, but because of family issues and things that had happened with my father-in-law passed away, and it just wasn't a good time. So we ended up closing it. But I have been at the fish fry. We started the fish fry back in 2007, and ironically enough, we'd never done fish. So when we first started that, it was kind of like we just tried it, and it's gone very well.
It's been a hit.
So, yes, it's been a big hit.
Well, I'm not surprised to hear that, because I sense there's something special about the St. Mary's fish fry. It's so well, choreographed and delivered and cooked, and it seemed always to me that this is a lot for a bunch of amateurs to pull off. But there's some professionalism back behind the counter.
A little bit. And the people that I work with that come down there are people that I've been friends with for years, and they're St. Mary's Parish, the church kids, or the parish family, the school families. It's like a family, and that's what I've always said.
It's a great time of year, Father, for the church community to come together. How many people do you normally feed, do you think, on these Fridays?
We average anywhere from 450
Oh,
to
wow.
600.
Wow.
450 is a low day.
Really?
Yes. Yes.
Wow.
It's
Yep.
450 or with the
2,000.
Berkmeyer's 600.
2,000, yes, for sure. Now, I know you can do a drive-through,
Yes.
a to-go, or
Yes.
you can dine in.
Yep.
How does the drive-through work?
You come in through.
Oh, look at that.
Through the.
Just like that?
Yeah, that's
Look
the
at that.
alley right there at Star Hall.
Okay.
They come up, they ask you how many you want, and you can't pick and choose. They basically just, I've got someone over there, they're just
Sure.
constantly making dinners, and then they shift them out. I've asked that how long they've had to wait, and someone said no more than 15 minutes.
Oh, that's no big
even when
deal
the
at
line's
all.
long.
Wow.
Yeah.
What are the features of the St. Mary's fish fry?
The features are, we are known for our fish. The actual fish itself is a once frozen North Atlantic cod, which you won't find anywhere because the price of it is so expensive. But they basically fish it, fillet it, do everything, throw it in the freezer, and then it is sent to us.
What's your favorite side with the fish, Father?
I like the coleslaw.
Yeah.
That's my favorite.
And you've had, I think, different things for the potato portion of the dinner over time.
Yes, we used to have the Redskins. We used to have Redskins and the green beans with the whole dinner, but as the economy and prices just kept going up, we cut those and just did the straight fish and chips with the homemade coleslaw.
And you can do fried or baked?
Yes, fried or baked. Yep.
Yeah, and Father, as a former cardiologist, do you recommend the fried or the baked?
I recommend the baked, but I eat the fried.
Yeah, I'm with you. How about this Peep as a former cardiologist? Maybe stay away from the Peep Pepsi or just...
I think the sixth graders would love to sell this.
Yeah,
Fish fry.
yeah, for sure.
I'm amazed at how many fish fries we have and how popular they all are.
Right.
They're every one of them are very busy, and I think a lot of people try to hit them all.
Yes.
That's what we do.
Yeah, that's what you guys do.
Yeah.
What's your favorite part about the season? And I mean, I'm sure it's chaos and crazy from. What time do you start each Friday?
Do I start?
Yeah.
I start about 8 o'clock.
Oh my God.
In the morning.
Oh,
yeah.
so I mean, full
Yeah.
day.
Oh, yeah.
Full day.
Yep.
Do you get a chance to eat at the end of the day?
Yeah, I try to.
So I mean, you guys are putting in dozens of hours
Mm-hmm.
getting this ready. That's amazing. So yeah, what is your favorite part about organizing this?
I love sitting there and watching everybody come in and having that line in the back going all the way down to the doors in the back of Star Hall, and just watching them go through because they get them through fast and just, yeah.
I've actually seen restaurant owners at the St.
Mhm.
Mary Fish Fry, so that's a good sign.
That is
Yes.
a good sign.
Yes, and there's people, we pull people from Lansing, Detroit, all over to the fish fry from people that have worked it that just tell everybody about it, and they come from all over.
You'll be going to the St. Mary's Fish Fry this Friday, I'm sure.
Well, not this Friday. We're going to the Ambassador auction.
Oh, that's right. We'll have
Yeah.
to catch next Friday.
We'll come next Friday.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll come next Friday for sure. Early too.
Do you have a role in this?
I eat.
Yes. yeah. Make sure everyone's having fun.
Well, but you know, the COVID really showed us that people have a need and a desire to get together, congregate, and also many want to come to church. So we satisfy both. And after the fish fry ends at 7 o'clock, and then you can go upstairs to the church, and we have Stations of the Cross at 7 o'clock. So you can have a total Lenten experience.
Who all is the crew that helps you out at the fish fry?
Oh, those pictures that you saw, some of those have been with me since 2007.
That's amazing.
My husband fries, it's this parents, I have kids that have been coming down since they were in like 3rd grade. They still come down as high schoolers to work it.
Very cool.
Yeah, it's
Have
pretty
you been
cool.
to it?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh yeah. You kidding me?
Yeah, it's
Did you
one of
guys
my
have
favorites.
to cancel during the storm?
We didn't.
You didn't. No, you didn't cancel
We were the
during
few,
the
the brave, and the strong.
You didn't
People still have
cancel.
to eat.
That was a stupid question. I knew you guys didn't cancel.
What are the hours?
4 to 7.
Okay. The early bird.
Yes.
People are there at 4 o'clock.
Oh, yes.
They're there at 3:45.
3:45 for sure.
Sitting there waiting.
Yeah.
And it's well worth it.
Yes.
And it's every Friday during Lent except Good Friday.
Yes, we do not do Good Friday.
So just show up. And to do the takeout, you just come into the line and tell them
Follow
you
the
pull
cars,
up.
yeah, easy.
Yeah.
How many do you want? And then
That's
pay
right.
and leave and go home and have a great dinner.
Very efficient.
I wonder what was going on. It looks like something nefarious is going on in that alley.
It's a speakeasy.
And what's going on at St. Mary's School? What's new these days?
We are increasing our enrollment.
Yes.
We have what's called Catechesis the Good Shepherd, which has what's called an atrium. It's a place where, kind of like a big playroom for religious things that kids have, kind of a Montessori experience where they have hands-on things about the church and they can learn Bible stories, but it's all hands-on, tactile, visual. It's a great learning method.
Nice. And it's enrollment time at
Yes, for sure.
St. Mary's. Well, we'll see you at one of the Friday fish fries.
Okay, I'll be looking.
We'll be waiting for you.
Thanks, you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
The pastor of St. Mary's Daughter of the Sea Catholic Parish, Father Tim Nelson, and the director of the Lenten Fish Fries, Laura Siciliano. More of the morning show right after this.
Give a child the gift of creativity this year. Jackson School of the Arts gift certificates available for classes in dance, visual arts, theater, gymnastics, and taekwondo. They are available for online purchase at jacksonarts.org/gift. You can also call to arrange a specific amount of gift membership for a certain class. For more information, call 517-784-2389. The Jackson School of the Arts.
Give the gift that lasts. The Jackson YMCA has something for everyone on your shopping list. Skip the traditional gift of things and give an experience at the Y, where no matter what age, there's something for everyone. Give the child on your list a youth membership for one of our after-school adventures. Out of ideas for mom, dad, grandma, and grandpa? Send them to the Y, where they can enjoy the pool, indoor walking track, wellness center, sauna, steam room, and so much more.
Need to find businesses you can trust in a hurry? Computer services, contractors, even pet care. Download the BBB app today. Start with trust. Start with BBB.
Dahlem, Jackson's Nature Place. Registration is now open for their Outdoor Adventure Summer Day Camp. 9 one-week themed sessions of camp this summer for children ages 3 to 12 years old. Games, hikes, hands-on crafts, and more. They are hiring camp staff and team volunteers as well. Easy online registration is open now. Visit dahlemcenter.org.
We all want to protect those we care about. The best way to show them that you care is by getting the COVID-19 vaccine and booster. Safe and effective for everyone 6 months and older, vaccinated individuals are less likely to experience severe COVID-19 symptoms or hospitalization. Protect your loved ones, protect your children, protect yourself. Get vaccinated and boosted. Those you care about are counting on you. Call the Center for Family Health Walk-in Clinic at 748-5500 for your COVID-19 vaccine or booster.
There are few more beautiful historic places in Jackson than the Michigan Theater, but the Michigan Theater isn't just a part of history, it's a vital part of this community today. We host hundreds of events each year, including classic movies, local, national, and international live music. The combination of our majestic building with our modern entertainment technology makes the Michigan Theater a special place. Please consider becoming a member for only $25. Your membership will help preserve this incredible entertainment venue for generations to come.
Welcome back to the morning show. No one here has complimented my haircut in the last 24 hours.
Same for me.
Really?
Yeah.
I'll be damned.
We got that haircut on the same day.
No. Did you get one yesterday?
Yesterday. When did you get? I said 10 times about
that
how
was
wonderful
Austin,
your haircut
not Noah.
was.
Yes, when Noah got the haircut, we complimented him.
Everyone
Austin,
complimented Noah.
Austin, you're just not
repeatedly.
that noticeable, I guess. That's just kind of what that's boiled down to up there.
You know your little would you rather game?
Yes.
Would you rather go on Amazing Race or Survivor?
Oh, Amazing Race.
Would you rather go on Tough as Nails or Survivor?
What's Tough as Nails?
It's like Survivor.
What's worse?
Survivor.
Then I'd Tough as Nails.
I can't help you with your answers.
I don't want to go on any reality show other than the next Food Network star. That's the only one that looked palatable to me.
Okay. Well, if they ever bring that back, I'll be sure to submit your tape.
Thank you.
That's it. Who's on the show later today?
Later today, you've got Shamar Herron, Dr. Callista Harbaugh, Jackie Austin, and Sean Palmer, along with Steve Trozen, Mary Bonkowski, and Janet Rice, all coming up later today on your 1 o'clock program. And we hope you'll tune in and join us then. Have a great weekend.
A family atmosphere with friendly people is what you're going to get when you visit Boer's Fresh Market and Diner, located on Brooklyn Road in Napoleon.